Hello everyone, you're welcome to Fitsbyoma. Today I'll be showing you how to sew a simple dress. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, if your material is not straight, you can cut it, but mine is pretty straight, so I'm not going to draw a starting line. I'm just going to use it as it is. Okay, so first of all, you're going to take your neck measurement. Okay, I'm using 4 inches by 7 inches, so you just mark your 4 inches right there, and then you're going to mark your 7 inches downward. Okay, that's for this type of neckline. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is just to rule your line. Okay, rule it, don't mind my ruling. And when during my cutting I cut straight, so I don't have an issue. But when, make sure your lines are straighter than this, and just rule it. And then you're going to come up by 3 inches. Okay, you're going to come up by 3 inches, and then you're going to connect it from this point. This is the way you see me do it. Just connect it from that point to the 3 inches that you marked. Okay, to form this type of neckline. All right, you can use your French curve, okay, to make it more curvy if you want it so. All right, so the next thing you're going to do, you're going to measure your shoulder measurement, and then you're going to divide it by 2, and you're going to mark it on your fabric. Okay, just divide it by 2, mark it on your fabric. All right, and then the next thing you're going to do, you're going to come down by 1 inch. Okay, for your shoulder slope, just come down by 1 inch. Just place your tape, mark 1 inch. Okay, and then you're going to connect it with your ruler, just the way you see me do. Just connect it with your ruler that way. All right, so next you're going to divide your bust measurement by 6 and add 1.5 inches, okay, to get your chest line. Okay, when you do that, you mark it on your fabric, and then you just use your ruler to join it. Don't forget, you can also use a pattern paper, but I'm doing directly on fabric, but you can also use your pattern paper if you want to. Okay, before transferring to your fabric. All right, so you're going to draw a line outward, because that will also be part of the armhole. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, you're going to take half of that line you drew. Okay, just mark half of the line. All right, and then you're going to come in by half an inch. Just place your tape, mark half an inch inward, the way you see me do, and then just connect it. You can also use your French curve for this. Okay, but I'm trying to make this video as fast as possible, and I'm also used to freehand, so you can use your French curve for this. All right, so this is for the front part of the gown. All right, the back part we're going to stay at the half inch. Okay, so the next thing is to measure your half length. Okay, measure your half length, and then add 1 inch. You can add 1.5 inches if you so wish, but I'm adding 1 inch. Okay, measure your half length and add 1 inch. That's for the sewing allowance for both the neck side and the joining below. Okay, so you're going to take your half length, going to add 1 inch to your half length. Okay, or 1.5 inches. All right, So you're just going to, the next thing you're going to do is to rule it out. Okay, so just take your ruler and then just rule that point that you marked. Just rule it out. Okay, as you see me do. All right, just rule it out. Now on your bust point, you're going to divide your bust point by 4. Divide it by 4 and mark it. Okay, divide it by 4 and mark it, just as you see me do. Just place your tape, divide it by 4 and mark. You're going to do the same thing for your half length also. Just take your waist measurement and then you're going to also mark it. Add 1.5 inches the way you see me do, both up and down. Make sure that's for your allowance. You can use 2 inches, you can use 1.5 inches, and then you connect it the way you see me do. Okay, and then all you need to do now is to cut it out. All right, just cut it out the way you see me do. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and help my channel to grow. It will mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. So you just to cut it out. Don't forget to, and then this is your front part. That's it for your front part. Now you're going to cut the back. You fold your material into 2. Okay, I took the total measurement of the front and I added 2 inches. I didn't want to waste material. Okay, so all you need to do is to place your material on the folded the front part on the folded material. Now I needed to pin it because this material is very stretchy. It moves a lot. So if you have a pattern paper you can use, but this one I'm not using a pattern paper. Okay, so even without the pattern paper you can still get a beautiful dress. All right, so you just pin it. I'm just pinning it to make sure that it doesn't move as I cut it. So make sure you align the material the way you see me do. Okay, just align it, make sure it's aligned this way, and don't forget you are going to leave 1 inch for your zipper allowance. Okay, 1 inch. Just place your both materials this same way. Okay, look at it very well, place it this same way. All right, leaving 1 inch for your zipper allowance. Okay, you can use your tape to confirm and make sure that it's actually 1 inch. All right, you can use 1.5 inch, but I'm using 1 inch. 1 inch is enough, because you are still going to do zipper manipulation to make sure that the upper part is cinched. So the next thing, remember the 1 inch, half inch we came in by, we are going to come out by half inch for the back. Okay, that was for the front, this is for the back. So you just mark half inch at the armhole side. Okay, mark it and just trace it out and cut, and that is it for the armhole side. Okay, that is it for the armhole. All right, now we're going to do the neck. Okay, the neck is not going to be same with the front. For the neck I'm going to come down by 6 inches. Okay, just measure 6 inches and mark it out. Okay, and then 6 inches by 4 inches. Okay, that's the size of the neck, of the back neck. All right, 6 inches by the same 4 inches that we use for the front part. Okay, 6 by 4, and this is going to be a square neck. Okay, so you just shift your material so you can rule it out. Okay, Okay, so just to make sure everything is accurate, you can also mark the 4-inch there. Okay, just mark it and roll it out. All right, so simple. It's not complicated. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, that's off. Remember, that's all for the back neck. Then you just cut it out. Okay, all you need to do now is to cut it out and you're done. Okay, fine, almost done with the cutting of your back. All right, so this is the back. There you have it. But that's not all. You're going to divide it into two because of the zipper. That's where you're going to place your zipper. So you are going to cut it. Okay, you're going to next thing we are going to cut out our lining. See how I folded the lining? Make sure you fold it, align it. There is no extra space. You don't want to waste lining. Okay, you're going to place each of them, both the front and each piece of the back. Fold your lining into two, place it and cut each of them out. This is just the front. I did the back off camera. Okay, so you're going to cut it. I don't want this video to be too long. All right, so this is the down part. This is a 180-degree flare skirt. I'm going to put a video in my description box on how to sew a 180-degree skirt. It's very simple. So all you need to do is follow that video and cut it out exactly the same way. Okay, this one, there's no band. Whatever you cut from here, you are going to attach to the upper part of your gown. Okay, that's the only difference. This is a 180-degree skirt pattern, okay, that I used. All right, I don't want this video to be too long. That is why, since I've already done it, I don't want to do it again. So just cut it out. All right, because when you're done cutting out this is what next is the hand. We're going to cut the hand. Now you get your material. This is the total length of the hand I cut it out. Okay, so you can measure the total length you want and cut it out. Then I folded it, as you can see me. You now fold your material into two, like so. Okay, you can take I'm using 10 inches. You can, if your arm is bigger, you can use more than that or less than that, depending on the size of your arm. Okay, but 10 inches is enough for my size. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, you have gotten the size, both the width and the length. Next, you're going to cut and draw your starting line. Okay, you can see the material is not straight. Okay, so you need to get your starting line. Okay, so you can draw your starting line, and then the next thing you're going to do after that is to draw your bicep line. I'm using 4.5. You can use 5 if you want, but 4.5 is okay for most sleeves. Okay, next you're going to rule this line out. Okay, this 4.5 that you got, you're going to rule it out. Okay, that's the sleeve length. Okay, if your material is bigger, after this bicep line, you're going to get your sleeve length and rule that line out also. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is to measure 4 inches. Okay, go in by 4 inches. All right, yeah, go in by 4 inches on the starting line. Next, on your bicep line, you're going to divide your bicep measurement by 2 and you're going to mark it. Okay, your bicep, just place your tape round. Whatever you get, you divide it by 2 and then you mark it. And then you're going to add 1.5 inches. 1.5 is enough. If you want, you can make it 2, but 1.5 is enough. It's enough. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on the end of the line. Also, you're going to get your sleeve, wherever the sleeve stop, you are going to measure it round and divide it by 2 and then mark it and add 1.5. Okay, so just take your tape, measure round the end, where the sleeve end, and then add 1.5. Next thing you're going to do, you see the way I placed my tape, you place your tape like that from the starting line to the bicep line. Okay, place your tape like that. You're going to get the midpoint. Okay, you're going to get the midpoint. So all you need to do, just fold your tape the way you see me do. Okay, fold your tape the same way and then just mark it. All right, fold your tape and mark it. Okay, you've gotten the midpoint. So the next thing you're going to do, from that starting line, you're going to come in up, like do an upward curve. You can use, if you have a French curve, you can use it. Don't mind the way I'm cutting it. When I'm marking it, when I'm cutting it, I'm going to cut it straight. Okay, all right. So all you need to do is to just draw a line upward curve, and then to that midpoint, and then you're going to draw an inward or downward curve. Okay, your French curve can also aid in this. Okay, but if you don't have one, just bend it a little bit, just draw an inward curve down. I'm going to, sorry, my camera. Okay, let me adjust it. So you're going to draw it to that 1.5 allowance that you added. Okay, just connect the lines this the same way. All right, then the next thing you're going to do is to connect the bicep line to the sleeve length. All right, that is it. So simple, so easy. All you need to do now is to cut it out. You are done with your sleeve. All right, that is it. So this is your sleeve. The next thing, remember, I just cut one sleeve. Now if you want, you can cut both sleeves at once by just folding your material into 4. But if you just cut only one sleeve, okay, you're just going to get a piece of material like this one, fold it into 2 also, and then you now place this first sleeve that you cut, make sure it is well aligned. Okay, so that one sleeve will not come out looking different from the other. All right, so you're going to align it. Okay, make sure it's all the points are the right places, the way you see me do. You see me doing it. Okay, just align it, and then you're going to cut it out. That is how simple it is. Okay, that is all. Just fold your material into 2, align it, and cut it out. All right, that is it. Okay, that is all for the sleeve. Now you're going to notch the sleeve so that it will be easier for you to align it when you are attaching it to the upper part of your dress. Okay, now from this point, this video is already long. I don't want it to be too long, so I'm going to explain everything that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to show you the final dress. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Now you're going to put the right sides facing each other. You see how I bent it? Okay, right sides facing each other, the front part of the clothes facing each other. I'm going to do that, and then put the upper part together the same way you see me do it, and sew it. Okay, that hand. Okay, just put it together and sew it. Okay, you have joined. That's for the joining. Now the next thing you're going to do is your sleeve. After that, you see your sleeve, that point that you notched. Okay, look for that point that you notched, and you're going to place it at the tip. That tip, at this tip right here, you're going to place it, and then you're going to sew it. Place it on your sewing machine and sew the front side and the back side. Okay, you're going to align it and sew it. You're going to do that for the other part of your hand also. Okay, so the next thing after that, remember the upper part is joined, your sleeve is joined. The next thing is your zipper. Okay, you're going to fix, sorry, it's not alignment, but you're going to fix your zip. Okay, you're going to attach your zip to the back part of the dress. Okay, just attach it. Now at the middle part of the zip, you are going to come in. Okay, in my next video I'm going to show you how to do zip manipulation, so that you won't necessarily have to put it that. You can still put it that, but not be that necessary. Now the next thing you're going to do is to sew the down part, that 180-degree skirt. You're going to sew it round. You're going to attach it to the upper part of your cloth. Okay, remember the hand is already joined, your sleeves are joined, the upper part of your zipper is already joined. Okay, so the next thing you are going to do, you are going to notch this your skirt. You notch the middle, fold it into two, notch the middle, that midpoint. You're going to notch the midpoint of your front part also. Now you are going to join it together and sew it round. That notch side, you are going to align it and sew it round. Okay, then the next thing you're going to do, the zip, you're going to complete the sewing of the zip downward. Okay, you're going to do that. Now after doing the necessary finishes, this is the final look of the dress. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in my next video.